Alright, we got this beautiful frozen, whether it's froyo or this is actually custard. The complaint is the rail freezes solid right there, and that's up where the TXV is. Alright, so it's a 404 unit. Guess who ain't carrying 452, which is just a blend. I did not know that. It's a 507 and 404 drop-in replacement. That means I can recover this charge and I can weigh in a new 72 ounces. Because our pressures are, so look at this unit, 2 compressors, but they're running together, right? So my suction port is like 1 unit. My suction lines meet and then feed the valve. My liquid lines are joined. So both of my discharges run out into one. Yeah, this discharge leaves, comes here through that check valve. This one meets up with it. Resting. Alright, we've cleared the cyclones, so looking behind the curtain is what we've got. Next thing I'm going to do is it seems to cool down to 6 and satisfy. I haven't been able to get in yet to see how to get into this controller. I've got a couple thawing cabinets that use this beast. I'm not real familiar with the controller, but what we're going to do is start a manual defrost, and then we're going to verify our defrost circuit, which is 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so which is my red wire is my defrost. I'm going to clamp up to that and put it in a manual defrost and see what happens. I'm also curious as to where that temperature probe goes when it's monitoring. And it's reading 88. Alright, so it's a hot gas defrost, and I can tell you, when I put it in a defrost, I heard the reversing valve energize, I heard the hiss, and now I'm going to confirm for you that our cold suction lines are turning hot, and the units are pumping. They're not pumping backwards, but they're being diverted to run the refrigerant backwards. Alright, so a couple things. So it is set for 6, alright? So that's why you can just press set and then you can change that. I'm not going to change the set point. I'm going to leave it set for 6. Being short on refrigerant and being a hot gas defrost also means you're not getting proper head pressure to run your defrost. That goes wackadoo. Nice new sight glass now. My evaporator fans are all running. I can feel every zone. Okay, there's at least 6, if not 8, but I've got air moving from every one. Now my unit's pulling down in a hurry. So we weren't efficiently cooling and running forever, and then we weren't running any kind of meaningful defrost because we were lacking it. Anyway, this one's going to be an easy wrap. That is no longer freezing up. It's certainly satisfying a lot now. Defrost does work when I go into it manually, and you guess if we had a leak, I would be back in there. But why are we short on the refrigerant, right? I hit it with the sniffer. We're warming up again. Hit it with the sniffer in there just to see if I could get a hit on something. And I got nothing. I'm not going to go moving it around because I'm not going to repair a leak in there right now. I flew in on a red eye from Minnesota. Okay, here we go. I'm supposed to land at like originally was supposed to land at like 12 midnight, and then it turned into 1. And then we got to Atlanta at like 12:30, and there was a real bad storm. And we circled the airport once, and the pilot said, we don't have enough fuel for this, so they flew us to Alabama. And I ended up landing in Hartsfield, Jackson, in Atlanta at like 3 in the morning, something like that. So I got a later start today than I'd hoped. Yeah, there's nothing in there. All right, another observation was that my drain pans were dry. So there's a trap right there. I just pulled that trap, and it was completely clogged, but you won't guess with what. This was down in that drain trap. Somebody had tried to clean it before, and it broke off. So it just became a plug